Fusion reaction in T minus 3, 2, 1. Fusion! You don't know the power.
The math is unfundable.
Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
Get to the chopper!
Press go up.
Gigantic fusion reactor that just works.
Multiple income streams and real yield. Ooh, yeah! Cheats can no longer dump on your heads. The revolutionary decentralized finance protocol. Fusion reaction in T minus 3, 2, 1. Fusion! You don't know the power.
The math is unfundable.
Fusion reaction.
Oh, hell yeah.
The mothership.
And what's it gonna do?
Everybody excited?
Oh, hell yeah.
Give my creation. Fusion.
Get ready to rumble.
Fusion.
Gotta do a huge shout out to Cool Sheet. That song just hits.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to EMP.Money. My name is AJ, I'm the team lead here, and this is our live AMA. We come to you every Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Before we get started, I'd like to also introduce my co-host with the most and fellow team member, LA, how are you?
Hey guys, I'm good, and I want to say whoop whoop shout out to Cool Sheet and that song that still hits.
Yeah, 100%. Gotta love the Fusion specific intro. We'll talk a little bit about Fusion for sure. And yeah, another great week ahead. We've already been really hitting the ground running. We've had multiple meetings today. We have a stand-up meeting every day, or every Monday rather, with our new marketing team. That went really well today. We have a lot of updates in terms of development as well. Mondays are usually pretty busy for us, both on meetings and development wise. So really exciting. Again, you may hear it in my voice. I'm a little tired. We've been going nonstop today, but we're gonna get through it all. And even some offers that we have coming up that I want to share, and obviously the official announcement of DexSwap. So we mentioned that on a previous AMA, but now it's officially released, and the name at least, and we will have an updated timeline on that as well. So before we get into all that though, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. That really helps get the word out and helps the YouTube channel grow and succeed. And overall, the markets are looking really good. I mean, we saw a bit of a pullback today, but overall, since our last AMA, and over the weekend, we've just seen a continual uptrend since the Fed announced the rate cut. And I heard today that they're even planning another cut in November. So again, I think we see some short-term volatility, but we are extremely set up for success with Uptober coming this coming month. So everything is looking really good. Obviously, we have the elections and some of the other global economic uncertainty, but I think that we're positioned really well. And ETH had a really nice recovery as well. ETH was lagging a little bit, but I think that we're seeing some great results, and we're just getting started. I mean, we could see once we start pushing all-time highs again, that is when we really start seeing the market explode. So the next 6 months at least, hopefully, are going to be really, really exciting. So, LA, anything you want to add in terms of the overall market or any updates before we jump into our agenda?
Not much. I just personally have been in my stacking phase, trying to get all I can because I see that we're heading in the right direction. We're getting closer and closer to these events we believe will be a catalyst to the start of the bull market. And for me, I'm focused on accumulating and earning yield on those accumulations.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, again, I think the majority of us here are perma-bulls. Even when the market is looking horrific, we still see the light at the end of the tunnel. But, all of us have put in the hard work and effort and emotional stress over the last, 2, 3 years in the depths of a bear market. And now, all that hard work and intestinal fortitude will pay off as we said all along that the real millionaires are made in bear markets because that is when you should be accumulating. You should be buying now before it really takes off. And, when your grandma is asking you about Bitcoin and it's on national television, with a Saturday Night Live skit, that is usually a top signal. And when it's a good idea to take profit. So, again, we're on the ground floor of what should be a very, very impressive bull run that's starting to show some life. So, all right, awesome. I guess really quick, Ella, you want to go over some fusion updates? We have seen a little more life and uptick in sacrifices, right?
Yeah, it's been really nice over the last several days. We've seen quite a large uptick in the amount of fusion sacrifices on EMP. And every week, things are ticking closer and closer to where we want them to be.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, we said all along, everything is status quo. The economic engine or flywheel is working as intended. Obviously, we want to see it speed up, but the good news is that every time even one EMP is sacrificed into fusion, that's us moving in the right direction. And I know again, based on development front. We do have some updates coming. Our lead dev on the EMP side, Jake, he unfortunately was impacted by the hurricanes, but we will be doing again the LevelX distribution and implementing some updates to the battery. I think we are going to reduce the maximum sacrifice points from 3,000 to 1,500, so that should spread out the ability for everybody to use it, make it as profitable as it can be, and continue to, allow those that are utilizing the recommended strategy to do so with those available funds. So, all right, really just a quick update on Fusion. Was there anything else you want to add to that?
No, I think that's it for Fusion for today.
All right, perfect. And the next topic is something I posted in VIP. Um, but all of you that listen to the AMAs are are privy to this information, and we are thinking of implementing a new opportunity. So it will be a private deal, but all of you that are again part of the community or listening to the AMAs, you will have an opportunity to get involved. So what is this new opportunity? Well, I'll read you a little breakdown and then we can elaborate a little more. But we're calling this the Yield Consortium, and eventually this may become its own protocol that also feeds EMP. But right now we're just kind of testing the waters, and so as we approach the official bull market, um, we wanted to offer another opportunity to all of you, and we've been testing optimized LP providing through Dex vaults, and we've been seeing some incredible results. So this exact strategy is what we're using for our own treasury yield, and the results have been so great with very little, downside that we're trying to expand. And I know a lot of you aren't comfortable doing LP providing on your own. So with that said, we're putting together a private investment deal. Again, this is not open to the public, completely private, where we're hoping for a variable return of around 10% monthly. So some months it could be more, some months it could be less, but those returns have been very manageable with the optimized vaults that we're allocating to. So the other really cool part is that you can deposit or withdraw anytime. So this will be, directly managed by me, so there's very little counterparty risk. We are saying $1,000 minimum to start, and we can handle, hundreds of thousands, if not millions. So there is no max. And again, this could also evolve into another protocol on its own that would also support EMP and GDEX. But for right now, it's just a private investment club, so to speak. And then, if you are interested, please just send me a DM. Again, everything is going to go through me. Don't don't make sure that you do send a DM to the right user. Again, you can check on Telegram. It will be through Telegram. So don't DM me on Twitter or Discord, and that's going to be the process. So, and then last but not least, we're also doing one final OTC deal. So if you've been wanting to get some more EMP or eShare, this is the last chance. From here on out, the flywheel will really start spinning. And so what that means is essentially buying EMP or eShare from the treasury, and you don't get hit with any price impact. So that is a $10,000 maximum though. So again, just send me a DM. I know a lot of you have been trying to load up on eShare, but because of the predatory bots, it's hard to do that in larger amounts. So just if eShare specifically would be a good way to OTC with us as well. So, and again, hopefully all of you can let me know either way by October 1st, especially with the private vault deal, because deposits will be at the beginning of every month and payouts will be at the end of every month. So it is timing. You need to get with me ASAP. But yeah, you want to add to that, LA? I know it's so bullish that we drink our own Kool-Aid, right?
Yeah, we were just saying that in a marketing meeting earlier, but this is the literal way that we are earning all of the funds to support the marketing that we're doing with Honor versus Madness. All of the treasury funds that were raised during the private sale are invested in our own vaults, and the monthly dividends pay for the marketing and the game development. And we've been extremely successful with this. I know that when it comes to the new technology with the AI, ALM, some of you, it's going to be a little bit of a learning curve. And so if you want AJ himself to manage the funds, instead of having to learn that and do it yourself, this is a great option for a relatively steady return we've been finding.
For sure, 100%. And again, this is not open to the public. It will be, a private investment club. And then again, if we decide to make it a protocol down the road, obviously everybody involved will be grandfathered in. But yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, the power of the Dex vault is just massive. And, with only 3 million TVL in the Dex vault overall, we have so much room to grow. I mean, we're beating Beefy and Balancer pools, with the same sort of assets by more than 10%, which is just, amazing. And once the market realizes the power of the vaults, I think we're going to see some really incredible growth on that front. And that is part of the marketing meeting that we had today to really set the groundwork for all that. So, all right, awesome. That covers the new opportunity. LA, do you want to go into the DexSwap updates? And then I can elaborate. And obviously, if any of you have questions, please feel free to type them in the live chat or add them to the Discord channel. So yeah, go ahead, Ellie.
Yeah. So we're really excited about this. We announced on our last AMA that we're finally able to reveal the name of our MegaDex, and it is DexSwap. And so I did want to go over a couple of things because I think a couple of people in the chats were confused. So not to be confused that everything is merging into the existing DexFi protocol. This is a brand new DEX we've been building that will merge a lot of our existing projects. But that being said, along with SparkSwap and CetoSwap and the new BSC DEX, it will be incorporating some of DexFi's core offering, like the vaults, and I'm not sure about the perpetuals, AJ.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I know a lot of you have been asking about perps. We have put them on pause on the Aceto and Spark side just to get this merger and, all the infrastructure in place. But yes, the perps will be returning when we have our core deck swap up for sure.
Yeah, and so a reminder that earlier this year we merged teams with DexFi officially, even though we'd been working with them together pretty successfully a long time before the official merge. And so now most of what we build is together. So just because the name is DexFi doesn't DexSwap does not mean that we don't have any direct involvement in it. This is our project together with Jake and his team, and we're all one team now. And so the existing EMP and EMP Fusion protocols and DexFi protocol will still be intact and the same as always, but this new DEX is just like SparkSwap is a direct revenue stream for Fusion, and it's an opportunity for us to do what we've always intended to do with L1 DEX, but just haven't been able to because of the lack of code and sharing of vital information by their team. The amazing thing about DexSwap, it is 100% under our control, and so there's no outside teams or forces that can affect the progress or success of it or the timeline in any way. And we've been able to make it even better than we initially dreamed up with L1 DEX, because since then, this AI ALM technology has come out. It incorporates V3 and soon to even have V4 technology built in. And so I'll let AJ expand further on that.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, again, this is part of the vision that we've had all along. We were hoping that we'd be able to accomplish this through interoperability in L1 DEX, but like LA said, unfortunately, a lot of that was out of our control. And so we said, we have the manpower, we have the resources, let's just build this shit the right way and do it, like we want to do it. So remember that this is the new era of what we're building in terms of infrastructure on, lesser known chains, but now also larger chains. I mean, once we integrate this multi-chain DEX, we can start competing with a lot of the larger DEXs on mainstream chains. So again, the pancake swaps, the Uniswaps, the sushi swaps of the world, we now are able to have a much larger footprint because we are a multi-chain DEX with a lot of the new technology, like LA said, the AILM, the V3, and even V4 integrations. Again, V4 is essentially allowing you to add smart contract functionality before and after swaps take place. Will be one of the only V4 compatible dexes out there once that technology is mainstream. And so we have a ton of things that will help us get more volume and more market share. Like I said all along, even though we have Swap and SparkSwap changing, it really isn't going to be as dramatic as a lot of you, I think, may fear. It's really the same sort of, you know, infrastructure. It's just under a new name and a little bit different in terms of, how we generate the fees and the bridge operates. But if anything, it'll add more options to the bridge, to perps, to potential farms, and obviously generating fees through providing liquidity. So in my mind, it's super bullish. And yeah, anybody that's in Sparkler or any of the other NFTs, it will be all incorporated into the way that we do the consolidation. So nobody will be left behind. We'll have fair market value for everybody involved, and it's just the next evolution in what we're doing for sure.
Hell yeah.
Cool. All right. Anything else you want to add to that?
Just that we'll continue to keep you updated with the timeline as things progress and develop.
Perfect. All right, moving right along then. I love it. We're blazing through it today. One more update, and that is with HvM or Honor versus Madness. Again, LA, I'll let you take the lead, and then I can elaborate. But we've been making some insane progress over the past 2 weeks, right? Yeah.
We've made an insane amount of progress over the last 2 weeks. Even just since this morning, it feels like a whole week's worth of progress, or over the last 2 days. We have had 2 amazing meetings today with our marketing team. We have more follow-ups coming later this week. Our social followers are growing by the day. Our ads go live this week. Our Galaxy campaign goes live this week. We're busy behind the scenes, coordinating with the new marketing company and giving them everything they need to carry out their jobs very successfully. And we're, a little alpha, even chatting with them now that we're so happy with their work about expanding into promoting our other projects as well. So
For sure.
tidbit of alpha for you there. That being said, it's more important than ever to participate in these raids that get posted in the Honor versus Madness and EMP groups. So if you haven't connected your Twitter to Raidar yet, it's so simple. You can even click back a few pins in the group to have a visualization, but all you do is you click on the logo for the Raidar bot in our group when you see a raid, just like you would with someone's name if you wanted to message them directly, and you're going to direct message the Raidar bot, and you're going to write /login to the bot, not to our group. You're going to DM that to the bot, and it will follow you through with the instructions on how to connect your Twitter. Just a reminder, you do not need to type in your Twitter password. You do not need to reveal any personal information. It's super simple. As long as your Twitter is logged in on the device that you're using, it's literally the click of a button. And once we post a raid, once you've connected your Twitter, all you have to do is click one button, which is the fist pump button, and it will complete all the actions for you without even having to leave Telegram. And then the only final step is that when the Raidar bot messages you directly, you just have to type in whatever comment you want to leave, whether it's an emoji, a GIF, an actual written statement, whatever you want to write. It's so simple. Since we've put these bots into our group, our engagement levels have gone way up. But that being said, it seems to be the same 20, 30 users engaging with all the posts, and we have thousands in our group. So we would really appreciate if you guys all join. And it's never been easier to support EMP and Honor versus Madness and all of the projects that are going to help generate more yield for Fusion.
I love it. Absolutely. I mean, the whole goal is to make this process as easy as possible. and Raidar has been crushing it. So again, no security, risk. Don't input your password as long as you're already logged in on the device that you're, like Ellie said, connecting to. It's super, super simple and super easy. I even use it from my account. So again, no excuses not to use it. It's literally one button, the fist bump button, and it does everything. So and that again, it may not seem like a big impact, but I promise you that it has a massive impact. And this is a way that you can support your own bags without any additional financial contribution. So please start helping us spread the word. I mean, between us really ramping up the Raidar Bot and the marketing team taking effect, we're already up almost 100 subscribers on Twitter. So, or
Even more than
followers,
that.
I guess. What do you call them?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, followers on Twitter for sure. More than
yeah.
that, right, LA? Yeah.
Yeah, it's and in the ads and Galaxy campaign and stuff haven't even started yet. So that's all just from them making posts and tweets and through our group supporting that and liking it, and that kind of attracts other people because like I say all the time, everyone wants to do what everyone else is doing. So when they see, oh, this post looks hot, what's going on? Let me get involved.
Yeah, totally. And again, that will build dramatically as we get into TGE, because even with the momentum that you've seen, it's nothing compared to what we have in the pipeline. We have, again, not to drop too much alpha, but we have a very, very unique landing page that we're about ready to release that we're driving all of our ads to. And once you guys see it, you will be blown away. I mean, the whole idea and concept is really, really cool and should skyrocket the engagement around, HvM before the game even starts. So, there's some really unique things at play that I have never seen from any other crypto project, let alone even Web 2 gaming, that will continue to drive and build our community extremely, healthy. We're not, getting 10,000 followers with bots or, different, shill groups. We're doing it based on users that want to be here. So that's really, really cool. And again, we'll make that success much more organic and healthy long term. So yeah. All right. Awesome. I think
One
we're
last
good.
thing, it's time to choose your faction. So we posted today a poll on our Twitter. Make sure to go check it out. But it's time to choose. Will you be in the Wizarding Society or the Shadow Realm? It's time to choose your faction.
I love it. Yes. So, and again, that may or may not play into the landing page. So if you haven't decided yet, then go look at our white paper, read into some of the lore, and see what faction resonates well with you. So I thought LA was going to be part of the Wizarding Society, but it turns out you're more of a Shadow Realm, right, LA?
I thought so too, honestly. If you had have asked me, I would have 100% said wizard, but turns out I'm part of the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, totally. So I love it. And yeah, I mean, that is all part of the fun, community building that we're working on as we get ready for launch. So yeah, respond to that Twitter post and get ready. By the next AMA, we should be able to unveil our landing page and give you a little more insight on the paid ads that we're running as well. So all right, killer. Wow, I think that covered a lot, LA. I know we're only a half an hour in, but that's really all the notes I have. I know we have some questions that we can get to, but was there anything else you wanted to elaborate on over the last few days?
All I'll say is the excitement level is at a high. I was walking my dog this afternoon and I just couldn't help having the biggest smile across my face the whole time because things are going in the right direction all around with all of our projects right now. And all the hard work is really paying off. So we're very excited. And thank you guys for supporting all the efforts because you have no idea how much of a difference it makes.
Yeah, no doubt. I second that tremendously. And yeah, I mean, I know, a lot of you want the, 100x overnight. and to see that immediate gratification. But just remember that we do things very differently in all of our ecosystems, and we prioritize sustainability over unrealistic gains. And ultimately, that will make you more successful in the long run. And, I think all of you that have been here as long as you have realize that. And we're right on the precipice of really experiencing what we've all been building for the last, 2 years through the bear market. So, again, I know, like Ella said, we're excited for the next few months for sure. And because of all of your support, it makes us want to deliver even better for all of you. So we really appreciate it for sure. All right, awesome. You wanna,
Yes.
yeah, you
So let's
wanna,
hop into some
yeah,
questions.
you wanna jump into questions? I see a few on YouTube. I know. Again, if
hmm
there's any questions, feel free to type in the live chat.
So number one, will DexSwap support a limited set of tokens slash networks, or will it grow to support all the things?
Yeah, so it's a great question. Um, to start with, we're definitely prioritizing, the top chains that are EVM compatible. So, and even more so layer twos. So, the short answer is, all that we have already, Pulse Chain, Manta, BSC, and then we will start moving into, Arbitrum. Uh, oh, can you hear me, LA? I think, did my internet cut out?
Yeah, it was a little choppy, but I could hear what you were saying.
All right, sorry about that, everybody. Hopefully, it went through on YouTube. So let me just start over really quick. Yes, the short answer is we will be supporting many chains, and we're prioritizing EVM chains and more so layer two. So, uh, you know, um, uh, we already have a presence on Pulse, on Manta, obviously BSC, and then I think the next few will be Arbitrum. We already have a presence on Arbitrum, so that is a good expansion. The GDEX token and USDEX is on Arbitrum already. So ARB would be the next chain, and then Base, and pretty much all the chains that we support in the vaults. That is a good roadmap on what DexSwap will support in the coming months. And ultimately, yes, we will support all the things. I mean, if there's volume there, it makes sense for us to build. What we probably won't do is support Solana again because Solana is not EVM. It's a lot bigger issue for us. But if we can utilize technology that was promised with L1 Dex, then Solana would be an option as well, but that would be further down the road.
Yeah, and I just want to add to that and say, obviously, it will take some time to get there, but just to reiterate what AJ said earlier, we do intend to be every bit as good and as popular as all of the big dexes out there. It obviously will take some time to build that usership, if that's a word, and to get more and more volume and liquidity and everything. But that's our intention and where we see this going. So we're going to continue building with time and adding more and more features, more and more chains, tokens, etc. And that is the goal.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, our bread and butter has been from providing infrastructure to the lower utilized chains. Again, that's why we've had so much success on Pulse because there's not a lot of competition. However, when we expand into a legitimate, multi-chain DEX, we can have a much larger presence with the more competition. So even though our market share maybe less in terms of percentages, the market share overall, or the market in general, is way, way bigger. So that is why we've chosen to do it in kind of a reverse order, where we establish ourselves on the lesser popular chains and then leverage that into, the more popular chains. So we absolutely feel that we can compete on that level, going into the bull run.
Yes. Before we go on to the next question, I did just get some live updates from Dev Jake, Chad. So the LevelX disbursement just went out, the final version of it. And so everyone who qualified will have received their, I believe so. Is that what he's saying? Oh, sure. Okay. Maybe I read that wrong. I think he's working on that right now. And then the PEG exchange has been lowered to 1,500 shares per day.
Amazing. Well, there you go. In real time, while we're on the AMA, the devs are cooking. So there you go. Again, shout out to Chad or Jake. He's been really battling it with the hurricanes. He's been hit. It seems like everywhere he goes, the hurricanes follow him. So, but yeah, he did get to it. I do think that he's still doing the credit right now for a level X. But again, if you were qualified and filled out the form, you will see it applied to your microgrid. That's coming from my own allocation of EMP, so dilution will be minimal. And if for whatever reason you don't see that in the next 24 hours and you feel like you should have received it, then just open a ticket. But yeah, and that's bullish news on the battery, so that will help. Again, the 1,500 mark has been the sweet spot anyway in terms of profitability, buying, the M energy and converting it, but it'll also allow for twice as many people to activate that 1,500 instead of 3,000. So, I know a lot of you are still missing the distributions, but I can promise you they're going out multiple times a day randomly, and everything is working as intended. So we're just continually trying to make it as fair as possible.
Yes. So please wait 24 hours so we can confirm that's been sent out. I couldn't tell from his message whether he's doing it right now or whether it's done. So I'm just going to confirm that with him. And either way, it's being worked on the finalized version of it right now. And if you haven't received it in the next 24 to 48 hours and you believe you should have, just reach out to AJ or myself or open a ticket on Discord preferably.
Perfect.
All right, next question is, it says, interested in the private vault deal, but not a big fan of Telegram. Can you send me the best way to get a hold of AJ so I know it's him? Please reach out on Telegram. The easiest way to avoid a scam, super simple. In our EMP group, go to the pinned messages. AJ, did AJ do the last pinned message? 1, 2, let's see. I believe, no. If you click up 3 pins, AJ pinned a post about the Splinterlands card. You will go to that message and click on his profile straight from the pinned message and then hit the message button. And that's how you know 100% it's the real AJ, because only admins in our group can pin messages. That being said, if you receive any random messages, do not reply to it. Do not send any funds to them. Do not click on anything, because AJ is not going to reach out to you. You have to reach out to him. And that will be done by clicking 3 pins up and click on his name and hit message. And there you go. And if you ever have any question, all of our chat bubbles are labeled if we are a team member or an admin. And so in the top right corner of our chat bubbles, it says team member or admin. And that's another great way to know.
Perfect. Yeah, 100%. And again, if you're not on any of the socials, Telegram or Discord, you can send me a DM at Brockman_AJ on Twitter or X. That's BROCKMAN underscore letter A, letter J. Just again, only use Twitter as a last resort because I get 100 DMs a day. So Telegram is best. But yeah, perfect. Okay.
Yeah, and that being said, like we are hoping to get this all tied up by tomorrow. So if everyone reaches out on the same platform, you can guarantee that your message is going to be seen. And so it's best to reach out on Telegram if you can.
Great. Perfect. Yes.
Okay, this is a cool question. Will there be an NFT we can buy that, if held, the swap fees will be waived when we use DexSwap?
Yeah, I love this question. So again, this is something that we're absolutely looking into. And spoiler alert, maybe some of the NFTs you already own could make this happen. So again, we haven't made the official decision yet, but obviously, if you've been a supporter of some of the 404s or, have gone heavy in other NFTs related to our protocols, this would be an easy transition into yes, having an NFT that will. I don't know if it would make it completely free because obviously we still need to create revenue, but it could be a discount for sure. And having it all under one MegaDex makes it a lot easier to offer something like this. So yes, I love where that person's head is at.
Yeah, that was a great question. All right, next. Any DexSwap affiliate program?
Yeah, so another really good question. We've had a bit of a mixed emotions on referral programs or affiliate programs. Obviously, they're very, very powerful in terms of adoption, but the money has to come from somewhere. So sometimes if the affiliate program is too generous, it actually impacts the protocol overall. So again, we haven't made any official decisions or announcements on this, but the vaults alone, they implement an affiliate program. If you create your own vault, you get 1% of all the harvest fees on that vault. So, something similar to that that is still an incentive, but doesn't impact the overall protocol, negatively in terms of economics, then I'm sure we will, have that option as well. So short answer is maybe, but obviously we know how powerful a good affiliate can be.
Okay, awesome. Next question. When will we be adding more cash out batteries?
Yeah, so this is also on the to-do list. I know that we've been discussing, BTC, some other blue chip batteries. We're also looking into some other protocols, both on BSC and off of BSC. I know the Titan X ecosystem has really been blowing up right now, and we're looking into trying to offer a synthetic version of Titan X as a reward to capture that community. I dropped this alpha on a recent interview with Rector Richards, Thomas G. He's a big Titan X supporter. So that is what we're looking into. So again, we are definitely going to be adding more cash out options, and the exact assets are yet to be determined. But hopefully, once we get through TGE and some of our other loose ends, in terms of development, that is the next priority for sure.
Amazing. All right. Next question. Let's see. Will Honor versus will Honor versus Madness have holiday themed cards? That's a cool question.
Yeah, no doubt. So we've seen a lot of other Web 2 games and some Web 3 games offer, one-off promo cards that are either themed around a specific holiday or maybe a skin that you can apply to your character? And the short answer is absolutely. I mean, I know that other games have had major success with this sort of promo event, and I could absolutely see us offering, a Santa suit for your wizard or ghoul for sure. So again, just as an example, but yeah, lots of specialty themes and outfits or skins, and even pets. We've talked about that in the white paper. There will be a lot of things coming that enhance gameplay that aren't necessarily card playable cards. More of just collectibles.
You're speaking my language. I want to buy all kinds of outfits for my players. That
For
sounds pretty
sure.
cool. If
Yeah,
that were a thing, I'd be much more inclined to become an avid gamer.
I love it. Absolutely.
Maybe a pink sequin dress would be great for New Year. All right. Um, let's see here. Next on Discord, because I don't know. Oh, there's been some more on YouTube. Have you thought about partnering with cereal makers or fast food restaurants to put QR codes in boxes and Happy Meals that can be redeemed online?
Man, I love it. We got a lot of great ideas today. The short answer on that one is no, although I like again where this person is going. Obviously as we continue to grow, we get a larger and larger marketing budget. We would absolutely look into, pun intended, out of the box ideas. I know Splinterlands did some really cool marketing um, around Imagine Dragons. They had a trailer for their game play right before the Imagine Dragons concert. Again, dragons playing into the Splinterlands theme. So yeah, we have some connections, with those sort of deals. Not specifically Happy Meals, but again, I think that would be really cool if we can see, not if, but when we see the success that we think HvM will have, for sure.
Yes, I couldn't agree more. Okay, single asset staking / liquidity providing to avoid impermanent loss on the horizon. Lots of people have crypto assets parked in their wallet earning nothing.
Yeah, no doubt, Silverback. So again, single-sided LP providing can get a little bit tricky because again, you have to have the other side of the token or whatever pair it is. But that definitely plays into the V4 model. And more importantly, in terms of impermanent loss or IL, with our AI LM, the automatic liquidity manager that incorporates some AI technology to manage the range. When that is done properly, the risk of impermanent loss is dramatically reduced because even if you're getting impermanent loss, the yield that you're getting because your range is optimized far outweighs any of that impermanent loss. So it actually becomes more profitable with the AILM than it would be just single staking and pairing your asset, through a V4 mechanism. But yeah, to answer the question, we're looking at all options, and when we finally roll out the new UI and the BSC DEX for both the swap and the vaults, I think everybody will be really excited for what the offers are, for sure.
Okay, awesome. Other games have tied into watching their YouTube channel for benefits, achieving millions of views and getting revenue from YouTube directly. Will Honor versus Madness consider that?
Yeah, absolutely. Do you want to go into the Twitch idea really quick, LA? Again,
Yes.
mirroring some of the success from Splinterlands and other games. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so we've been really watching some other games, Twitch, and really monitoring what they've been doing to find success, not only Splinterlands, but Gods Unchained and some other games. And we have some ideas that take what they're doing and kind of expand them and roll them in an even more positive direction. But in a nutshell, we are very much so going to be working hand in hand and rewarding avid content creators by giving them regular spots on our channels to host regular segments. So, for example, someone would get a certain time slot and they would come on every week at that time or every day at that time. And the idea is that our Twitch channel is always streaming, and that way you get millions and millions of views. And there's going to be perks involved for some of our content creators. There's going to be a whole program around that to apply to be a part of it. And the best way to stand out is to start making content long before you're getting rewarded for it, so that we can see that you have impact with your community. And that is likely how you would become invited to be a part of that. And it would give you access to that thousands, hundreds of thousands, or even millions of other users to then start following you and building a larger presence online.
Perfect. Yeah, I love it. I mean, again, we're really focusing on play to own rather than play to earn with HVM, but that would be an ideal opportunity to actually earn from the game, in an indirect manner. So we're absolutely looking for talent, and once, the game is live, and even before then, if we see, a lot of the community making great content around HVM, then they obviously will have first priority with those sort of deals, that we can push forward. I think even a community member created a TikTok account, and their first few videos
Mhm.
about HVM was killing it, right, LA? Yeah.
Yeah, they reposted some of our trailer clips and stuff, and a few of the videos got over 500 to 1,000 views like right away. So, that being said, that is another thing that I'm working on, is creating content to start our TikTok channel. So that's going to be fun as well.
Yeah, 100%. So again, the overall point of all that is, yes, we are definitely looking into, the streaming end, and number two is we're always looking, to promote within our community. So again, if you're, if you're an aspiring streamer, or maybe you already have a YouTube channel, shout out to Crypto Kings and Crypto Pride, those of you that are already creating content around HVM is really powerful and gets you priority for sure.
Yeah. I like this one. I like how big you think a Tracy 2000. Maybe we can go on Shark Tank and pitch them HVM.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. Maybe Mark Cuban might be interested. I know he's a crypto guy. Although Mr. Wonderful, he was always my favorite. Everybody hated him, but
He's
he
Canadian.
yeah, exactly. Shout out to the other Canadians. So yeah, totally. So I like it. I like again, this has been a good stream with some creative ideas for sure.
He's on the Canadian version of the show also, which is called Dragon's Den. It's
Okay.
maybe we should go. Maybe we should go on that one actually, because it kind of fits better.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be again the whole wizarding theme for sure. Yeah, so yes, awesome.
Um. Okay, I don't know what this one means. What would that make them mad meals? Uh, I'm not. That joke's going right over my head.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what he means by that. Do you get it or no?
No, I don't. That's over my
Okay.
head too.
Okay. What is the new site for the MegaDex? Ooh, we haven't given that out yet, sir.
Yeah, so that is unfortunately not public info yet, but again, we'll have all the official releases coming in shortly for sure.
Awesome. This you kind of touched on already, but it's one of our questions on Discord. Is the perp trading coming back anytime soon?
Yeah, 100%. So again, I know a lot of you been asking for perps, especially with the market volatility. We had to really streamline our priorities, and we can't necessarily build a new addition to perps while the old is still running. So, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we postponed perps until we can release on BSC, and then perps will eventually come back as part of the DexSwap umbrella for sure.
Alrighty. Well, last comment, tutorials would be a great way to drive viewers playing the current meta tutorial. Yes, for sure. And if any of you would like to volunteer to help with making tutorials who potentially have more gaming experience and will catch on quicker than I will, please reach out to me.
Yeah, 100%. Again, we not only are we looking to get community members involved on making that sort of content, but when the game is playable and we have even the alpha vertical slice, we will have an in-game tutorial as well, most likely. So yeah, obviously, and that's again something I think other, especially Web3 games, but even some Web2 games, I think they do very poorly on breaking it down and having great tutorials that give you the fundamentals. And so we will definitely learn from that and make new player experience a priority all on its own for sure.
Yes. All right. Last comment on here. We need to create a Halloween costume for the Pumpkin King to earn some extra money.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, again, the skins or costumes or even like special emotes or pets. I mean, we have literally probably up to 10 additional items that we can sell, which is great for us as a business. That drives the collectability and really enhances the gameplay and the experience of the game without impacting the gameplay itself. Because what a lot of other Web3 games do, in particular, is essentially become what we call pay to win, where, as long as you buy all the highest level cards, you have a really unfair advantage. And so rather than trying to always, release new cards that are more and more powerful, another issue is called power creep, where, the only way to compete is to buy the newest cards again and again and again. We are going to actually prioritize these collectible style cards where people are buying them because they want them, not because they help them win in the game. So that is definitely part of our economics and mentality in terms of skins and extra items for sure.
Yeah, I think that's such a key point, and it's one that we're going to continue to talk about more and more often. Just how important it is to us that the game is so fun to play, and that's the number one driving force behind it. And because it's so fun to play, the income will come because people will be excited to add to their characters and add those extra skins and pets and get more rare cards and all those kinds of things because it's just so fun to be around and play.
Cool. All right. Awesome. And I did get confirmation as we wrap it up that the credit for LevelX has been issued. So again, in real time here, as we are on the chat, we are good to go. So again, if you should see an increase in your microgrid if you were qualified. If you didn't and you filled out the form and you feel that you should have been credited, then please open a ticket in Discord. That's really the best way to avoid, it getting buried in DMs. So, all right, awesome. And yeah, I know we had a few more, but we'll save all the other questions for next time. Again, please make sure if we didn't get to your question or you had another comment in regards to our AMAs, we have a dedicated channel on Discord, the EMP Discord, that will be the best place to go for sure.
Yes. And so just a reminder, if you are interested in the Yield Consortium or OTC on eShare or EMP, please reach out to AJ within the next 24 hours at the latest, because all of this will go into motion tomorrow.
Perfect. Yep. And I'll respond. If all of you have sent DMs already, I'm going to be spending the next few hours responding to all of you in the DMs. And if you're listening to this in a recording, we can probably still squeeze you in. Just remember, you may lose out on a day or two of yield depending on when you are submitting funds. Because remember, we take new funds at the beginning of every month and we pay out rewards at the end of every month. So yeah, that's gonna be the structure. So all right, awesome.
Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for coming and being a part of our AMA tonight. We always love having you here, and we're going to continue making amazing progress this week, and we'll update you again on Thursday.
Perfect. All right, thank you, LA. Again, shout out to my co-host with the most, and we hit it right on the nose at an hour. Again, much love to all of you. Another week ahead, man. The days are just flying by. I can't believe we're gonna be at TGE in about a month. It's just unbelievable. But we're really well prepared. All the puzzle pieces are falling into place. We're as excited as ever. And again, I think this is the calm before the storm in terms of all of our protocols. So shout out to all of you for sticking in with us, for supporting us, for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Make sure all of you do that as well. And as always, we come to you every Monday and Thursday at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. I may have to reschedule the Thursday AMA, so keep an eye out for that. But we'll do a pinned announcement in our socials. But we'll definitely be back for next Monday, a week from today, at the normal time. So, all right. Good night. Good day. We'll see you all soon. Thank you.